Hi everyone, it's Christina. Thanks for watching today. We are going to be doing something with paint skins. This is the card that I created today, and I thought I would share with you the process. These are splat dies. They're just like paint splatters. I just wanted to do something simple to try out paint skins, and I am finding some things that I need to change. This paper is very thick, so I think once you can get the dye through the paint when you're running it through the machine, I think you should peel the paper off. And I did do that on some of these when I was gluing them. But I really struggled to get through this. And I ended up trying a metal shim, which was not a good idea. What I should have done is sprayed the back of the paper, because it would have made it softer, and I think it would have cut through much easier. So there's some things I'm going to try on the next time I play with these paint skins. And I also am going to be pouring some paint skins without paper. So that might work even better. So I'm going to try running this through my machine. I think I tried 3 or 4 times just to get enough splats for a card. And I did get quite a few cut out of that. But I have 2 huge cases of paint skins. So if you watched me live back in 2019, and from then on when Ellen was painting with me, we used to pick up our runoff and put it on photo paper. And that's why we have all these sheets of paint skins. Normally you could just put it on a silicone mat and let it dry and peel it off. Storing those is much more different than putting it on paper. Paper is easy to store. You just let it dry and cure and throw it in a container, and they don't stick too bad. You might get a couple that stick together, but not too bad. So we have probably, oh geez, 200 to 300 of these, maybe more. So I thought, well, I'll pull some out and let's play with them today. And I did. I struggled a little bit with these, but it was fun to play with them, just to do something different. And the only other thing I used the paint skins on were some art cards that you probably saw that video already. Those were simple. Those were, the dye that I used was a really heavy duty dye. It cut right through them, no problem. So that's the other thing too. Don't put your paint on the photo paper too thick. So if you're going to save paint skins, do them as thin as possible. But I love the cells that we can create on these, and it just gives more interest to a paint skin. So we pulled the ones that were pretty, and this is what I got after I cut them all out. They're fairly decent. There is some that with papers are loose, and I will be ripping those off because I want them to stick well. And I am using a silver foil background, and these are silver holographic paper that I cut these 2 dies out with. And this is sticky sheets. These are like little glue dots, tiny little glue dots. I saw another card person use them, and I ordered them, and I just love these for small things. But I am going to reinforce the edges with some glue just to be on the safe side, because foil paper is totally different than cardstock. So I wanted to make sure they stick well. So I'm just going to put it on, just a little bit on all 4 sides, and hopefully it stays on there well. I've been checking it. I don't see anything getting loose. So I'm just putting them in each corner just to break up the card a little bit. We had one very busy weekend. We got all our porch railings done, so yay. Now I can make cards. I still have to build the gate. I'll do that this weekend. Probably get some more bruises. And if this is the first time you're watching me, I'm on blood thinners, so every little bump I get leaves a horrible bruise on me. You should see my legs. They're worse than my arms. But I'll be off those in July, so Alright, so now I'm going to spend some time gluing these down. I did speed this up as much as I could without having to cut and edit. I could have probably just put a few on and then skipped to the end, but I didn't. I thought you might want to see how I placed them. So I weighed the puppies today. If you've been following me, we kept 2 puppies out of Ellie's last litter, Winston and Riley, and they weigh over 19 pounds today. They are, well, they'll be 7 months old next week. 7 months, yeah, 7 months. Wow, it's been a long time. They are housebroken. Winston has an accident once in a while next to his pad, but they've been going outside 3 times a day, so they aren't using the pads as much as they normally do. So, but I'm glad that they're pad trained, because you never know when we have rain. They still have to go potty and they don't want to go outside, so. We're having fun with them. But boy, they are a handful, and they are so strong. They don't submit like Finny does. You know, Finny's only 14 pounds, although he is gaining weight, so they're cute. So if you follow me on my Christina Welch Artistry Facebook page, occasionally I'll post pictures of the puppies on there. And I keep in contact with my buyers for the other puppies, so I get to see pictures of them too. So it's tedious to glue all these down. I could have did tape runner, but I wanted to make sure they were going to stick to that foil. I didn't want anything popping off. I just kept this a basic card. Nothing too fancy. I thought the background and the design behind the grid wall there, behind those paint splatters, was kind of cool. I did a lot of things backwards. I was going to round the corners and I totally forgot. So yeah, that didn't work out too well. So all those little dots in that tray are also splatters. I did not even bother to glue those on. I thought, nope. It was too much stuff to glue as it was. And I can't imagine trying to pick each one of those up and put them on here with the grid. I did do them on another card, and I will show you another card that I made before this one. It was kind of a tester card. It's kind of a all occasion card. Alright. So I'm showing you all those little pieces, and I'm like, see ya. So now I'm just going to glue this to a card base. Now, here's the thing with foil. I probably should have put some tape runner on the edges first. But with foil paper, because it's not 80 pounds or 110 pounds, it has a tendency to curl on the edges a little bit when you get it wet. So I probably should have wiggled it more to get the glue all the way to the edges, and I didn't. But I got it pretty close. Some spots stuck really well, but I went back through and stuck my little tip of my glue bottle in there and glued all those edges down. So it looks perfectly fine now. But in the video it looks like it's lifting a little bit, but it's perfectly fine. And I just did a quick little happy birthday sentiment to stick on there. Put it on some foam tape. And now I'm going to add some silver Julies. So it kind of looks like rivets, I guess. See how things bother me? I'm so picky. I'm not one of those good enough kind of girls, because I'll say good enough and then I'll go back and I'll be like, nah, it's not good enough. I still gotta mess with it. So I'm just placing these where I'm gonna glue them in case I want to move anything. And I do put quite a few of these on here. This is definitely not a card you'd want to put in the mail in a regular envelope. It's something you'd want to either hand deliver or put it in a box with a gift to mail. I just don't trust those little embellishments we glue on. I did send a trial card to Shelly and one of my rhinestones came off, so that tells me I needed a better glue, which I did get a better glue. The Connect glue from Gina K is really good. So I'm going to have to send her another tester card and see how it fares through the mail. I made a couple of motorcycle cards this past weekend for my brothers for their birthdays. I probably will put those on my Facebook page, a picture of them. I don't think my brother follows me on Facebook. I think he just texts me now. My other brother doesn't do social media at all, so I don't have to worry about him either. They're both older than me, so they're really not into social media. Let's get these last few placed, and then I'm going to glue them. And I sped this up. Gosh, it's so slow, isn't it? I'm moving at the pace of a turtle. Okay. So here's where I say, oh, I should round out those corners. What was I thinking? I do go through and fix it afterwards. There's just things you can't do when your glue is wet. That Julie was in the way, so I made a mess out of that. I do have an adhesive eraser now, so that helps take the glue off. It's a learning process, for sure. But I'm having fun making cards. It helps when you've got a little bit of artistic background because you're pickier about what it looks like, I think. You know how I am about finish work. If you've been with me for a while and you've watched me create boxes or vases or coasters, finish work is like top priority for me. I don't like anything that's sloppy. So that's why I'm really super picky with these cards. So I pointed to it. I'll fix that later. So when I'm making these cards, it's probably over an hour. And I've got Netflix on or whatever, YouTube. I'm watching YouTube videos, getting caught up on all my friends who have channels. Sorry guys, I don't leave a comment. Sometimes I remember to go back in and at least give you a like. And sometimes I can do it on my TV, give you a like if I'm logged in correctly. But that was the other card I made. Isn't that cute? That has a silver base, and then I did like a white pearl plate. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I will see you all next Monday. Bye now.